dismiss this video yet that, oh, Shadrach, I already have a lifetime ISA. If you don't have a lifetime ISA with any of these accounts I'm mentioning, then you want to have one of these. And I'll show you how you can have that. After a long 45 days in January, or so it feels, January has finally come to an end. And so soon we'll also be in April, and this tax year will be ending. But that means that if you've not already exhausted your £20,000 ISA allowance for this tax year, you are likely to lose it. In fact, you'll be losing it. Every tax year, you are allowed to save up to £20,000 across a lifetime ISA, a stocks and shares ISA, or a cash ISA. And if you don't exhaust it, you lose it, and the next tax year, you are given another allowance. The ISA means that whatever money you save in these accounts, any interest you make, you don't pay any taxes on it. So it is an efficient way to actually save. The lifetime ISA is one of the types of ISA I'd like to talk about today. I'm not going to go into details about what a lifetime ISA is or why you should have one. I already have a video on that, and I'll put a link to that in the description box below, but also above. But in this video, I'll actually be telling you the best lifetime ISA you should have today. And it doesn't matter whether you already have a lifetime ISA or you are yet to create one. So stay with me and I'll show you at the end of this video. Hello and welcome to Diaspora Careers in Investments. My name is Shadrach, and in this video, I'll be telling you about the best lifetime ISA you should have today. Just a way of recapping. A lifetime ISA is an account or one of the tax-efficient accounts here in the UK that allows you to save towards buying your first home. You could also use a lifetime ISA to save towards a pension, but it is not an efficient way of saving towards your pension. And so I'm not going to talk about that in this video. I already have a video on pensions, and so I'll put a link to that in the description box below, but also above. Look that up. That is more efficient for you. But if you're planning on buying your first home in the UK, then you want to have a lifetime ISA account. Because whatever you save in your lifetime ISA account, up to £4,000, the government adds 25%, and that is £1,000. And so if you save 4,000, the government adds 1,000, and you would have 5,000. There is no other account that pays you 25%. So in fact, it makes sense to literally borrow money and put in a lifetime ISA account. Because after all, you are going to make 25% on that. And so if you are going to borrow at, say, 10% or 9% or even 20%, you are still better off having a lifetime ISA account that is paying you 25% because it's over and above whatever you borrowed. But hopefully you don't have to borrow money for your lifetime ISA account. But if it comes to that, I would argue that it makes more sense. Now, when you have the lifetime ISA account, it is meant to buy your first home. If you are buying a home under £450,000, most people buy homes under £450,000, so you don't have to worry about that. And you have to be aged 18 to 39. So if you are in the 30s, then you don't want to miss this opportunity, because after 39 years, you cannot open. But if you open a lifetime ISA account today, you can continue paying into it until you are 50. Now, with all that cleared, if you want to know more information about the lifetime ISA, I already have a detailed video on that, and I'll put a link to that in the description box below as well as above. Look that up. But mainly in this video, I wanted to tell you about the best lifetime ISA account you should have today. Because you see, apart from the government bonus of 25% that you receive, whoever you are giving your money to, or whichever company or financial institution that you are keeping your money, also would give you an interest on the money you keep with them. So that let's say that you keep 4,000 there and you get an interest of 1,000 from the government. In addition to that, the institution that you are keeping your money with would also pay you an interest on the money, whether 5,000 if you kept the 4,000. But of course, if you kept 2,000, then you only get 500. If you kept 1,000, then you get 250. So whatever money you have there, you would also get an interest on that money. And as we've been saying on this channel, you want your money to work the hardest for you. You want to keep it where you get the most interest. So I'm going to run you through some of the accounts that pays the highest interest, and then I'll tell you what you can do with it. And don't dismiss this video yet that, oh, Shadrach, I already have a lifetime ISA. If you don't have a lifetime ISA with any of these accounts I'm mentioning, then you want to have one of these. And I'll show you how you can have that. Actually, before I come to talk about the institutions you can open your lifetime ISA account with, I need to demystify some myths as well as even some questions I've been receiving. And the first is that the bonus you receive on the lifetime ISA account is not public funds. It doesn't qualify as public funds. So for those on visas who are concerned that, oh, what if, I receive this bonus? Would it affect my, my indefinite leave to, remain application? No, it is not public funds. So you won't, have to worry about that. Secondly, if you already have a lifetime ISA account, but it's not in any of the ones I'm going to mention, it is possible to transfer your lifetime ISA account to the ones I'll be mentioning. And how do you do that? You simply go to these accounts I'm going to be mentioning and you tell them that you want to transfer your lifetime ISA account from your current one to them. Because if they are offering a higher interest rate, you want to take advantage of that. Remember, you can only open one lifetime ISA account in every tax year. So if you already have a lifetime ISA account for this tax year, you cannot open another one, but you can transfer from where you are currently to any of the ones I will be mentioning. Somebody may ask, what if I wait and then open in the next tax year? Yes, that is fine. You can actually wait for this tax year, which ends in April 5th, to expire, and then you open in a new one. But mind you, you don't want to wait and transfer in the next tax year, because if you transfer in the next tax year, then you cannot open one because it is counted that you've used your opportunity. And that is crucial. So if you want to transfer, then you want to transfer today or before the end of this tax year. Because in the next tax year, if you transfer, you've missed the opportunity to put in the 4,000. I hope that is clear. So with that said, I would argue strongly that if you don't have a lifetime ISA account, you should open one today because it's going to pay you 25% before the end of April 5th. In fact, the bonus may not have been paid, but eventually you'll get it for this tax year. So definitely open one. I must caution that it is only for first-time buyers who want to buy a house costing under £450,000 here in the UK. And so one may ask, I don't know whether I'll use, whether I'll buy a house or not. If you don't know whether you buy a house or not, I would encourage you to open the account and put in just £1. If you don't have £1, come and ask me. Text me. In fact, use the comment section to let me know that you need £1 and put your account details with your debit card and details. In fact, every detail, your date of birth, add it and I'll send you £1. Yeah, but it's so important because you need to have opened this lifetime ISA account for a year before you can buy the house. So while you are contemplating, while you are thinking through whether you buy a house or not, then you want to open it with £1 so that in a year time or whenever you decide, the time would be taken. Like I said, there's already a video that explains all of this and I'll put that in the description box below. But I strongly encourage you to open one. Even if you don't have all the 4,000 now, actually, it may make sense to go borrow or take a loan and put it in if and only if you will buy a house with it. Because you're getting 25%, which you otherwise not get from anywhere. Well, with that said, let's get into the accounts that pay the most interest on your lifetime ISA account. And the first, which will not be surprising to many of you, is actually Moneybox. I'm not here to, vouch for Moneybox or anything like that, but it is FCS protected. So your money up to £85,000 is guaranteed by the government. And they pay a whopping 3.5%. You don't want to miss this. In fact, the best, cash ISAs are paying maybe 3%. Maybe with the interest rate gone up, they may pay 4% or more. But currently, Moneybox pays the most on your lifetime ISA account of 3.5%. So to me, there is no point having savings, in some account sitting somewhere and, feeling good about it. If you don't already own a home, you want to put in a lifetime ISA up to 4,000, maximize the government bonus as well as 3.5% from Moneybox. And that is great. The second account that pays the most is Beehive, formerly known as Birmingham Building Society, and they pay 2.75%. I mean, it's only, 0.25% less than Moneybox, but I guess it's equally good. So if that's something you want to consider, then that's another good one. The only thing is that Beehive and Moneybox are all app-based, and there are those who are uncomfortable that their money is based on an app and all of that. But it's pretty secure, up to £85,000, so you don't have reason to worry. But if you are concerned, then maybe you may consider a brick and mortar, where you know where the building is. But I will personally not be concerned about that. Paragon Bank will pay you 2.5%. Newcastle Building Society will pay you 2%, and then Skipton Building Society will pay you 1.75%. So these are the top 5 currently in the UK. Just to recap, Moneybox will pay you 3.5%, Beehive will pay you 2.75%, Paragon Bank will pay you 2.5%, Newcastle Building Society will pay you 2%, and then Skipton will pay you 1.75%. I don't think it makes sense to, put your money in the lowest paying lifetime ISA account when there are others that will pay you a higher interest rate. And if you think that you already have, a lifetime ISA account, and so what can I do, Shadrach, what can I do to get this, high interest paying ones? Just transfer. Don't close your former one. No, you don't close it, because if you close it, you may lose money. In fact, you will lose money. Don't close it. Transfer to Moneybox that has the highest interest at the moment. And of course, you keep an eye on it. If it changes and there are new ones that come to the market, I'll let you know and you can transfer. Make sure you transfer within the tax year. But if it's in a new tax year and you want to wait, then you open a new one. Because if you transfer in the new tax year, it's that you lose that opportunity because it counts that you've maximized it. So you don't want to do that. You would have noticed that with all these societies that I mentioned, or these institutions that I mentioned, it doesn't include the high street banks. And that is the case. Most of the high street banks don't offer lifetime ISA services. So you don't walk into your bank, whether Barclays or TSB or Bank of Scotland or Lloyds or whatever, that you are looking for lifetime ISA. No, they don't provide that. It is these building societies that often provide these services. If you're thinking of buying your first home this year in the UK, I've got a few videos on how to buy your first home and what to look out for. I'll put a link to all of those in the description box below. Do check them out if you're thinking of making the move this year. But if not, then I hope that you found this video useful and you'd open a lifetime ISA account today so that you maximize those benefits from the government. Well, I hope this video has blessed you, and I'll really appreciate it if you can, reward me with a like or subscribe to this channel if you have not already subscribed, and share it among your friends. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.